Life Coaching with Graham Nichols, Section 12. Behaviors Intro, Neurological Levels from NLP, which is Neuralistic Programming. Western medical science, Western whatever is like, NLP doesn't work, there's no scientific background, blah, blah, blah. Just because there's no scientific background doesn't mean NLP doesn't work. It's simply the fact that you haven't spent enough money to do double-blind case studies or what have you on NLP. But I'm sorry, NLP works. And if you ask Graham Nichols, who is a teacher for many different types of programming, I asked him, I said, what do you think works the best for people trying to overcome bad habits and OCD habits, for example? It's just one example. He's like NLP. Not to say EFT and life coaching don't work, but NLP. Why do I have dandruff? These are notes for myself, by the way. What the heck? My mom bought me tea tree shampoo for Christmas. That's so weird. I have flaky flakes. Okay. Behavioral highest intent, making the sixth step bigger and more effective. Behavioral choice, neurological levels, purpose for who, identity, who are you, beliefs and values, why, capabilities, how, behavior, what they do to exhibit that behavior, environment, where, when. You are not your behavior. What could you do to not be blank? Example, lazy. Six-step reframe. 1. Discover behavior or habit. 2. Communicate and agree. 3. Discover purpose and intent. 4. Uncover creative side. 5. Confirm alternatives. 6. Ecology check. 6-step reframe. Sorry. From earlier this month, December 4th, 2024. So I took basically a year-long break doing the life coaching course, but that is because of what I mentioned earlier. 1, discover behavior or habit, communicate with that behavior. 2, communicate and agree. 3, discover purpose and intent. 4, uncover creative side. 5, confirm alternatives. So I rewrote what I wrote back in January of this year. Set up a point of action with the behavior. Get the behavior to make a deal. Ask the behavior, what are you trying to achieve? What is your intent? Now talk to the person's creative part. 5 to 6 solid ideas 5 to 6 solid ideas that can work to make the person feel protected, what the person can do instead, better options. So these are great things to do for OCD. Positive reinforcement. Have them nod when they get actions that they can take to replace the behavior. This is very much reprogramming OCD behaviors. Tell them fantastic, you did a great job at the end. At the very end, have them check every single part of them to see if they like all of the new ideas. So this is a lot of consent of getting people, but I can even do this with myself, but obviously this is being a life coach as well when I get certified. Not to say I couldn't even do this already, like if I have a session with a client and I do EFT tapping with them, which I'm already trained in, for example, or hypnosis or anything else that I'm trained in already, and certified in already. But yeah, it's sort of just replacing an OCD habit with a better habit. I mean, people would argue, yeah, but you still have a habit. But yeah, but what's wrong with having a good habit? Well, there's clearly nothing. So if you have let me give you an example here. I have this currently bad habit of having to rinse don't ask, it's an OCD habit, having to rinse my left hand. Now that I say it aloud, I realize how utterly stupid it is that I do it. I rinse my left hand 31 seconds or 22 seconds, depending on where I am. And it always has to be with freezing cold water or cold water. Yeah, I realize how stupid it is, but now that I'm reading these notes through, and it's like I should know better because I already have OCD tactics in place to fight the OCD. So I could be like, okay, instead of doing that, I will load the dishwasher, unload the dishwasher, sweep the kitchen floor, which I am keeping my kitchen a lot more cleaner these days, a lot cleaner, but I think it is time to sweep the kitchen floor again. So yeah, those are examples. But there's also sometimes where I will go cold turkey on OCD and I will just put up with like the pounding heart for frickin' hour and a half, no exaggeration, knowing that eventually it's going to fade. And then you don't deal with that OCD symptom, or you don't deal as much. The other thing too is, you know, when you have OCD, if you have tools in your toolbox and you know how to defeat it, it's not like, oh, you can't be a holistic healer and work with people because you still have OCD symptoms. No, it's just my own damn fault of working and wanting to help a whole bunch of other people, but not spending the time on myself. And then, yeah, so basically it's me wanting to help a whole bunch of other people, but not spend the time on myself. Then I become lazy and not spend the time on myself. So then I reread these notes here, and I'm making this video for myself, so I don't even know why I'm talking. But yeah, there we go. I think that's it for now. Yep. Well, that's the weirdest thing in the world. Was I turned the page and I went to January 4th of this year. So, how in the world do I have 12? That makes no sense. Well, anyway, okay.